Hello class 9, good morning. Today we are going to study one more topic named osmosis. Before the study of plasma membrane, mitochondria, cytoplasm, lysosome, ribosome, Golgi apparatus, these are very important for cell. There is no doubt. But before the study of these, we must understand what is osmosis, because osmosis takes place. It takes place in the cell. It takes place outside to inside the cell and inside to outside the cell, and this is a very general process. Student, this is very general process through which substances transport from outer environment to the cell and cell to the outer environment. Okay, so that's why it is very important to understand. So student, now understand what is osmosis. The movement of substance from lower gradient of solution to higher gradient of solution through semi-permeable membrane. That is also known as SPM. Okay, the movement of substance from lower gradient. Okay, lower gradient means which contained large amount of water and less amount of component. That solution is called lower gradient of solution. Keep remember in mind what I am saying to you. The solution which contain more amount of water but less amount of component, such solution is called lower gradient of solution. So movement of substance will takes place from lower gradient of solution to higher gradient of solution through semi permeable membrane. Such a process is known as osmosis. Now student, look the diagram. This is low gradient solution. In this low gradient solution is containing, and this is high gradient solution. Both the solution means low gradient solution and high gradient solution are partitioned by SPM. SPM is a semi permeable membrane. It may be natural or it may be synthetic. Okay, so particle will move from low gradient to high gradient. Okay, low gradient to high gradient, and this movement of substance from low gradient to high gradient through semi permeable membrane. Here semi permeable membrane is necessary. Okay, in the osmosis semi permeable membrane is necessary. Okay, this process is called osmosis. Now student, move on to the next topic, type of solution. Hypertonic solution. If the medium surrounding the cell has a low gradient solution, then the cell, meaning that the outside the solution is very dilute. If the medium surrounding the cell, suppose this is a cell and this is a medium surrounding the cell has low gradient, that means outside solution is very dilute. Outside solution is very dilute, means containing more amount of water. Okay, in this way the cell will gain the water because surrounding has low gradient and more amount of water. Surrounding has low gradient means more amount of water. In this way the cell will gain water by osmosis. Result, the cell will swell up because cell will gain water. Okay, in this way cell will swell up. Such a solution is known as hypertonic solution. Okay, in the next page you will understand through the diagram. Okay, now you will understand through the diagram in the next page. Suppose this beaker which containing egg is a kind of cell, and this egg is also surrounded by a solution has low gradient. Okay, it's low gradient solution. Means more concentration of water. In this, what will happen? Now see student, what will happen? Cell will swell up. Cell will increase its size. Okay, cell will increase its size, तो cell swell हो गया. Okay, what happened with the cell? Cell will swell up in this way. Okay student, so water will water will gain by the cell. Water will gain by the cell. Okay, water will gain by the cell. Now hypertonic solution. Now understand what is hypertonic solution. If the medium has higher gradient, okay, what is in the hypertonic solution? If the medium surrounding the cell has low gradient, here you will understand if the medium has high gradient solution. Okay, if the medium has high gradient solution, then the cell, okay, meaning outside the solution is very very concentrate, means outside solution is very very concentrate, means water is low, means concentration of outside solution, because that means concentration of water in the outside solution is very very low. That why it is high gradient solution. That is why outside solution is high gradient solution. If the medium has high gradient solution, then the cell, meaning outside solution is very concentrate, okay, means less water solution. Okay, the cell will lose water. In this way what will happen? Cell will lose the water. Okay, cell will lose the water by osmosis process, and result the cell will shrink. Such solution is known as hypertonic solution. Now let understand through the diagram. Suppose this is a cell. Okay, suppose this is a cell, and this cell has medium. Okay, this cell medium has high gradient solution. Okay, this is X cell. Okay, and this solution has high gradient solution. Okay, means less water means less water concentration. Okay, means less water concentration. What will happen now, student? What will happen? Okay, cell will lose the water. Okay, cell will lose the water. In this way cell will lose the water. As a result, what will you find? You will find cell will shrink. Okay, in this way you will find that cell will shrink. Okay, now student, we move on to the next topic, diffusion. Diffusion is very important topic. Okay, diffusion also is very important topic, because through the diffusion many gaseous substances are transport from outside the cell to inside the cell, and inside the cell to outside the cell. Okay, what is diffusion? We already know that diffusion is a movement of substance from higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay, we have already studied in the chemistry first chapter. Okay, diffusion topic. Okay, so what is diffusion? In which movement of substance takes place from higher concentration to lower concentration. Suppose that this is a higher concentration, the movement of substance will take place from higher to lower concentration. Okay, basically gaseous substance move from higher to lower concentration. Okay, but there is no semi permeable membrane. Keep remember students, keep remember in mind, there is no semi permeable membrane required. There is no requirement of semi permeable membrane in the case of diffusion. Okay, and diffusion basically takes place for gaseous exchange from outside the cell to inside and inside the cell to outside. Now student, you will have to do the question number 1. How do substances like CO2 and water move in and out of the cell? Discuss. Solve this question.
Hi, good morning. Today we are going to do an experiment to demonstrate osmosis. Before going to do the experiment, once we remind the definition of osmosis. The movement of water molecules from low concentration point to high concentration point through a semi-permeable membrane is called osmosis. This transportation does not require energy. For doing this experiment, we need some materials such as hydrochloric acid, 2 beakers, cloth, 2 raw eggs, spoon, a strip of paper and salt. First, we have to prepare dilute hydrochloric acid solution in 2 beakers. Then take 2 raw eggs and keep them in both the beakers containing dilute hydrochloric acid for 4 to 5 hours. Observe carefully. What happening here? Some gas bubbles are evolving from eggshell. Why does the gas bubbles are evolving from the eggshell? Eggshell made of calcium carbonate. It reacts with acid to form calcium chloride and gives out carbon dioxide gas. So these gas bubbles are carbon dioxide. Due to this reaction, within 4 to 5 hours, eggshell dissolves in dilute hydrochloric acid. Hence, we get egg without shell. Carefully take out the eggs by using a spoon. Next, wash the eggs in tap water and wipe them by using a cloth carefully. From here, we must handle the eggs with care. Why? Because now the eggs are without shell, surrounded by a thin layer called egg membrane, nothing but plasma membrane. This membrane acts as a semi-permeable membrane. Now, measure the circumference of each egg with a long strip of paper and mark on the paper with a pen. Here, the size of both eggs are same. Next, take 2 beakers and prepare concentrated salt solution in 1 beaker and take fresh water in another beaker. Place 1 egg in salt water while another egg in fresh water. Leave them for 4 to 5 hours. Observe carefully. The egg placed in salt water shrinks, while the egg placed in tap water swells. Take out the eggs from beakers and measure their circumferences with the same strip of paper. Observe carefully. The size of egg placed in salt water decreased. While the size of egg placed in tap water increased. Why does the shrinking and swelling of eggs takes place? This occurs due to osmosis. In the first beaker, salt water is more concentrated than albumin present in the egg. These two solutions are separated by egg membrane. Already we know that egg membrane acts as semi-permeable membrane. Hence, water molecules move from low concentration point, that is albumin, to high concentration point, that is salt water, so that the egg present in salt water shrinks. While in the second beaker, albumin present in the egg is more concentrated than the fresh water. Hence, water molecules move from fresh water to albumin, so that the egg present in the fresh water swells. In the first situation, water molecules leave the cell. This process is called exosmosis. In the second situation, water molecules enter into the cell. This process is called endosmosis. Osmosis plays a major role in absorption of water by root hairs. Root hairs grow out into the spaces between the soil particles. Root hairs are surrounded by moisture. Soil water is more dilute than the plasma of the cells of root hairs. Cell membrane acts as semi-permeable membrane. Due to osmosis, water moves from soil to cells of the root hair. Okay, children, study well, grow well, be a good citizen, and proud to be an Indian. Thank you.